All right, Lynda, go.
We had a lively group with, we began our time together with Rabbi Fred Dobb, who helped us to see that all space is sacred space and presented from the Jewish perspective the whole context of earth care. Talking about place is, let me see if I have this right, Judy, where are you? Place, the Hebrew word for God is place. Makom, okay. Anyway, that when we realize that every space is sacred space, we have a little better appreciation for the burning bush. Taking off our shoes, we are on holy ground. Every space is sacred space. Wonderful presentation that he made there. Mark Davies presented us with a wonderful picture of what's going on at Oklahoma City University with the Oikos Scholars Program. Mark, where are you?
I'm here.
Okay, Mark over here. So we'll look, there's going to be some more word on that in a few minutes, but exciting when we think about how gray-headed we are getting, the work that is being done with students and helping to guide their future towards service, expanding their context and so forth. Herman Green from the Center for Ecozoic Studies also broadened our context with work on Thomas Berry. Tim Watson, also in the North Carolina area, presented us with an exciting challenge for eco-restorative work, how we take what we have and transform it to make it be part of the whole global care system. I'm going to say another word about that in a minute. Forrest Craver is working in Boulder, Colorado, and in Washington with the Transitions community. Transitions is a organization that's all across the USA, so Google it and find more about how they are working with care of the earth. A lot of other things came up around the tables, work at Keystone Community on the Kemper building as they struggle to make that an ecological place. We had a colleague who flew all over here from London, Bernie, raise your hand, right here. Bernie. He works with ICA, has worked with ICA in the United Kingdom. He got on a plane and came over for this conference. And we've heard a little bit about permaculture, but we need to hear more. So this is sort of our report then. Every space is sacred space. We picked up on what you said about not as an organization, but as vocationally. We will act, act locally, think globally, act locally, either way. We have a lot to continue on this conversation, and Mark is going to set us up with a sort of a conversation that we can continue working together. Collaboration came out many, many times. That's one of the key moves into the future. We cannot do it by ourselves. We are no longer one organization, but many, so we've got to collaborate. One of the challenges that we want to throw out to Wesley Theological Seminary. Maynard, are you listening?
Yeah, he's listening, don't worry.
Come closer.
Maynard, she's that kind of woman.
You're in trouble now.
No, right?
Maynard, one of the challenges we wanted to put particularly to Wesley Theological Seminary, because we feel like we've already we've initiated a collaborative relationship for this thing, is through our faith communities, we have got to begin to put the earth on the agenda.
Back into all those talks. We got to get beyond the human.
Yeah.
To
And the
their
other
community.
thing is that we've got to, through Tim Watson's work on eco-restorative work, we think it would be most exciting for Wesley to work with somebody like Tim on making, as a demonstration, one of your buildings ecologically certified and all that kind of stuff. So we thought that with with the context that we've had through these religious communities, that might be a starting place. But each of us in our own faith communities have to come up with not only who is my neighbor, not just the Muslim, the Hindu, and the Jewish, and so forth, but the neighbor is our earth, and our earth community, our home.
And hardly a church I've been in the last 10 years, since I've been thinking this way, has any earth symbol in the church. They have U.S. flags and all the other symbols, but, you know, and so when I preach, I always say, I don't believe I see anything that represents that.
You interrupt him when he...
We're gonna have a reflection.
Let us finish.
All right.
Let us finish.
The library that you were all in yesterday is slated for demolition. The building immediately behind, in front of the parking lot, which is a dormitory, is slated for demolition. And that's the one that goes down the hill. That's going to be the location of the new library. It'll be several levels. It will be a green building.
Well, thank you very much. Under collaboration, this summer, and Terry will speak more about this in a bit, there will be a co-sponsored event with the ICA and Oklahoma City University. Is that right? Or Oikos? Anyway, Terry will tell us about it. July 12th through the 14th. At which time, working collaboratively, we will begin to explore some things that some of this conversation can be, where some of this conversation can be continued. Okay, all right. That'll get you going, and Terry will say more later. Thank you.